We are live.
Hey everybody, Will Faerber here, and once again we are starting off with Hanna and Duke. And Hanna, why don't you give us a little update on how Duke has been the last week?
Duke has been really good the last week. We had a ride outside did some good cantering in a big open pasture and really got some things moving. And then a couple days after that, we had a really forward good ride in the indoor.
Excellent.
He was
Excellent.
really moving out pretty well. So
excellent. That's wonderful. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of jumping with him just for fun, to help him build his top line a little bit. Start off as we normally do. We can go ahead and start we can start on the lunge with him, since we don't really need to do a lot of work in hand with this moment. He's beyond that point. So this time now, since we are going to do a little bit of taking him over something, we won't put any side reins on him to start with. We'll just let him stretch out. Just leave the side reins off. Yeah, and if you want to set a pole about halfway down the long side, we'll start him at one end and then move him up to it. So we'll start with a single pole, and then if Ron is very ready to do that, we'll add some pieces as we go and get him to jump a little bit today. Now, why are we jumping him? We're doing that just to give him a little something else to do. This has always been a horse that's been a little bit behind the leg and difficult to get moving. So we're just doing as it is with any horse. And jumping is good for building top line once they're working over their backs with any horse. So that's what we're doing with him, just getting to push off the ground a little more with those hind legs. And of course, there's something just a little bit different to perk his interest a little bit. Now, since we're going to be going over something, we're just leaving the side reins off of him. We're just going to let him stretch out in the beginning. Very good.
Do you want me to set up this so he could jump over the jump over while he's being lunged?
Yes, exactly. So just set a pole to start with. We'll start with just a pole, that I'll have you add things as we go, if you don't mind.
Got it. Yep, no problem.
Yeah.
Like we did last time.
Exactly. So we just start with just a pole on the ground. So right where those blocks are over there would be fine. Why don't you move him down a little bit to one end or the other, so he's away from where we're going to put the jump there for a moment. So take him to one end or the other. Good. Look what a nice walk he's starting off with. And this is the best place to be. And if we're going in this direction, this would be the best end to be at. So when we take him down the rail, he's ready to go over that pole. If we're doing the other way, we'd start on the other side. That is at the other end of the arena, if we're keeping the pole in the same place, which we're going to, right? But I really like how nice and active his walk is starting off here. This horse used to start off like he was dragging his feet through very thick mud, so to speak. Now he comes out with a nice active walk. His body is starting to change and looking really good. Every time I see him, he looks a little fitter. Top line looks a little better. Very nice. And you can go ahead and let him trot. Okay, he's already getting warmed up. Send him on a little bit. Just a little bit more active than what he's doing there. Good. Very nice. And you can go ahead and move him on down and over that single jump. Then you'll position yourself in the middle of the arena, so he's on a circle moving over that. Now he's very good about this. If you had a horse that was trying to cut to the inside, you'd put a guide pole to the inside on a line there, but I don't think we need that with him. He's pretty honest about this. And when we start off, just the act of just going over a pole is enough just to get them to lift their legs a little bit more. It doesn't have to be elevated in the beginning. Now see if you can increase the swing a little bit. See if we can ask the trot to be a little bit more active. Good. And generally speaking, if he's not stretching forward into it, then he generally needs to be a little bit more active. We always find activating the back end. Remember, the stretch actually comes from the activity of the back end. It doesn't come from us trying to force his head down in any way. It comes from him beginning to use his muscles correctly and that impulsion of the thrust of the hind leg beginning to be received up into his back. And when that happens, the horse will begin to stretch forward. It will want to continue moving over its top line. See if you can get the trot even a little bigger yet. Go. That's more like it. He's starting to swing. His front legs are starting to swing more freely, not stabbing the ground. And that tells us he's beginning to lift himself off the ground. That is, to the thrust of the hind legs to begin to lift the forward part of the body off the ground. That's the way it's supposed to work. Good. And even just a little bit more active. Not bad right there, but I think he can give us just a little bit more there, like that. And see, that little bit more brings the head and neck forward. Very good. Keep that. Good. Good. And even a little more active again. Good. That's better. Good. Good. Keep it going. Now ask him to canter.
Okay.
Good. Such a nice canter this horse has. Getting better every time I see him. Just let him canter over that. Good. More active. Very good.
Good boy.
You jumped. Okay, they actually jumped at that time. Good. Go let him have a trot now and stretch into it again. It's really good. Very nice. Good. One more time. You can canter it. Go ahead and let him canter on it again. Good. Very nice that time. And let him trot again.
And trot.
Good. That. Very nice. And let him walk. Very good boy. Nice walk now. Really good. And let him halt and change directions. Well done. Such a nice horse. And you can go ahead and ask him to trot.
Trot.
And you can move right on down and over that pole. Try that again. A little more active trots. You can activate that a little bit more. Get him over the pole this time. Don't let him cut in. Good, much better. That. And a little more active still. Go ahead and let him canter if he wants to. Okay, let him think about it. Go ahead and do it again. Good, just like that. Very nice. Now let him trot.
And trot.
That was actually quite a nice jump that time. Over that again. And go ahead and do that again. A little more active. Yeah. And then go ahead and canter it again.
Canter.
Good. One more time. Nice one. Now back to the trot.
And trot.
Very good. Keep that active trot now over one more time.
Trot.
One more time, a little more active, getting a little more centered.
Good.
I like it. One more time.
Ooh,
Good. Nice. That's coming better. Nice trot there. Really nice. That's the one I'm looking for. Good. Keep it going. Very nice. Go ahead one more time. Keep that big rhythm going. That's really good now. Really good. Good. And let him walk. Okay, Ron, now we're ready to build a jump out there. You still there with you?
2 poles.
You can let him halt for a minute if you want to while we do this. Actually walk him over here so I can see the jump, so I can see what Ron is doing there. Kind of stop him when you get over there so I can see what he's doing. There we go, like right in there. Come a little bit forward so the camera moves just a little bit more. I need to see a little more of what's going on in the wall over there. There we go, right there, good.
Is that good?
Good. Now we need a ground pole in front of it, and then we're going to do a guide pole as well. So we need 2 more poles.
Gotcha. Which direction do we want them to come in from?
We'll keep going in the same direction. It's fine.
Okay.
So we want the ground pole towards the back of the arena there, and then the guide pole will come off of the edge of it there.
Yep. Copy that. What do you think, Duke? You gonna approve of this?
There you go. Yeah, it's good. And now one more pole is a guide pole that will come off of the corner there and just kind of slant towards the inside of the ring there. Carry the line over and also to keep him directed into that a little bit if we need be. Must have been fun to gallop him around in a big field.
Yeah.
I bet he felt good out there. How fun.
Yep. He was surprisingly lazy going up the hill because there's a little slope to that pasture.
Oh, yeah.
So turning down the hill, he started getting a bit more excited. But whenever he got too much, it was pretty easy. You just turn him back up the hill. And
It wasn't a big problem. Just like that. Okay, we're all set to go then.
I got that set back about, it's just button up against those blocks for
Yeah,
the
that's
one on the
perfect.
ground. Okay.
Yeah. And then go ahead and trot. We always would like to start horses trotting over fences because when they trot, they have to push off their back ends. And a horse is sort of racing at a canter, it can sort of throw itself off of its shoulders. But in a trot, they have to engage their hindquarters and push from the back end to get over the fence. Nice, good. And trying to then come back to a trot. Fence was good, but let's see if we can get it in trot this time. And keep that going. Good. Go ahead over it again. And keep that trot. That's what I want right there. Good. And again, same thing.
Good.
Thanks. Good. And now go ahead and canter it once.
Canter. Good boy.
And keep going on around again. You can canter it again. Okay, one more time. I go ahead and trot it again if he comes back to a trot. If he canters, it's okay. You can go ahead and canter from him. This horse is nice and calm. Good, much better that time. That's the one I'm looking for. Now bring him back to a trot. Very nice. And let him walk. Now, Ron, I want to raise that up a little bit. So, do you have another set of those blocks? Ron, does he have another set of those blocks?
Yep.
So I'd like to do is set another, so in other words, we're building an oxer. So I want another pole behind, that's going to go up a little higher behind that one.
You get the pole.
And tell Darcy that I'm reading her her message right now, and that's fine. There we go, like that. Yep. Let's see how he handles that.
What do you think of that, Duke? It's like, what are you guys doing to me?
So tell Darcy I just got her message, and that's fine on my phone.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll just anytime she wants to do it this weekend, we can do that.
Okay. She heard you.
Yep. Sounds good, Will.
Trot.
And go ahead and trot. I'll make one circle and try to get him moving. little more actively, and then take him in there to trot and see if he can get himself off the ground. Very nicely done. Back to a trot again. Excellent. What a good boy. And that time he really pushed off his back end. Well, go ahead and do it in a canter if he wants to. Good. Very nice. Now back to a trot to change the lead. Trot it one again. Good boy. Now canter it one more time once we correct the lead.
Good boy.
Good boy. And now let him trot.
And trot. Yeah, over.
Just bring him in. We can skip it now. Yep. Very good. Just let him stretch out in that really nice big trot that we got now. Excellent. Now let him walk until we'll now tear it all down and start all over again in the other direction.
Okay.
Go back to a single pole on the ground, just like we did. So now we'll start at the other end. So we're going to change everything around a bit and go from here. Since we're on this lead. Either that or, actually, we could just move it all. Nah, let's just do this. And we have to move it all. We'll start to the left. He is going to be one nice jumping horse. I'll tell you that right now. He's got real talent for this.
He really looks for his spot pretty nicely too.
He does. He really finds exactly what we saw him doing there. Exactly what he did, and doesn't want to knock them all down. Like sometimes when horses are kind of sleepy, like this one's been in the past, they're kind of sloppy. But he seems to have been quite good. And just starting off at a trot over the single pole. Now, of course, that block is still sitting there on the ground, so just do be careful that your line doesn't get caught on that block as he's going over there. Oh, he's getting it out of the way. Good. All right. Good. And let's go on over it one more time in the trot. This horse is starting to move so nicely. Go ahead and let him canter over it. Now, once again, if I were working a nervous horse or something, I wouldn't let them do that, but this horse doesn't have that problem. He wants to canter on a bit, and he's so good about it. Good, now bring him back to a trot again. Very nice. Yeah, then go ahead and let him walk, and I'm ready to put up this to the first height. What a good boy. Good. And whenever Ron has it ready, you can go ahead and begin. Can't see what he's doing over there. Looks almost ready. There we go. Good. boy. Go ahead and do that again. Let him canter it. That's all right. Good. Good. One more time. Good job. Now back to trot. And you can let him walk again. Ron, we're ready to put up the back pole.
And woo. Good boy.
A good fellow he is today.
Oh, yeah. He's enjoying this.
Yes.
Trot.
And whenever he's ready. A little more impulsion there. And let's take him to the jump this time. Trotting, if you will. Really nice trot now. Very nice. And do that again. Really nice. Now look at that, how nice that trot is after that. Go and let him canter it. It's okay. Because he's most nice and calm about it. Good job. And trot again. Let's trot it one more time. Well, look how nice that trot is now. Boy, that's excellent. Excellent. Now go ahead and canter it again.
Sure.
Good. One more time. That was great. Horse very naturally adjusts his stride. Really nice. Excellent. And trot again. So he saw the distance long this time, but he still got to it. Go ahead and let him trot it one more time. Oops. Put that pole back up. And just circle him till Ron gets the pole back up there. And then once he gets out of the way, then go ahead and canter it one more time. Yeah. Excellent. Very nice. Now let him trot.
And trot.
And then walk. Excellent. Very nicely done. We're ready to get you up there. You can go ahead and take the jump out of the way. That was fantastic. Way better than the last time we saw him. What a talented horse this is over fences, Ron.
Thanks.
You know, a lot of on this horse.
He's got some talents behind there, so hidden.
Yeah, you're getting into his willingness.
I'll take that stuff.
And of course, you can tear down the rest of that jump out of the way there, out there. He's certainly getting good about standing there for you. And just looking at him, I always look when I get a chance to see him from the side. His back is filling in nicely. There's nowhere nearly the amount of dip that used to be right in front of his hips there. That's looking much better. I'm just looking for a nice active walk to start with. Just continue going around the arena, just trying to open up that walk a little bit so we get a little bigger swing in it. Begins to stretch forward. You can turn there after the center line, just do a couple of steps of a leg yield to the left of the rail while we're at it. Good, very nice. That's coming nice. Nicely done. Keep that going. Once again, just continue trying to make that walk a little more open so we get a little more swing in it. Go ahead and change the rein on the next diagonal. Go ahead and turn there and just do a couple of steps leg yield coming to the rail there. And oh, much more active than it used to be. Quite good. Now, since we've already done quite a bit of a warm-up here with the jumping, I'm going to have you go ahead and go into a trot with him now. And we'll come back and the walk will even be better after we do a little trot with him. I'm just looking to stretch him out in front of you or there in a big circle. Get that going, starting to look better, starting to move a little more actively. We're still looking for the stretch, but it's getting better. If you don't have the stretch, we always know we have to make them a little more active. A little tap of your whip there, activate a little bit more. Going. A little bit more. There you go. Now we're starting to get there. It takes a minute for him. But we're not encountering anywhere nearly the type of resistance that we used to encounter with this horse. And go ahead and go large with him for a moment. Just because we know how he is, when you get to the middle of this next short side, go ahead and ask him to canter. This trot's not terrible here. It's not completely upside down, but we know with him he canters better than he does anything else, and the canters always warms him up. And we always get a bit of trot after we canter this one. They're all a little bit different. Now, if you had a horse that cantered so bad it couldn't connect at all in the canter, then you couldn't do this. So each horse is a little bit interesting. They're all a little bit different. That's what makes it interesting. And of course, that's the art of all this, is knowing what to do with any individual horse on a given day. Yes, we have a system, but there's leeway in that for each different horse. Now bring them back to a trot on your circle there and see what kind of trot we get now. And already we get a little more activity out of it. Good, keep that. Much better. And again, getting a little deeper into it again. Asking it for it to be a little more active. Keep going, a little more active, see if we can get it. There we go, starting to get better. Keep going, a little more active. Go large again. And again, I want you to canter him in the middle of the short side. As always, of course, getting off his back and just letting him roll along underneath you. And hopefully at a little stronger pace than he really wants to go. And you get just a little bigger canter out of him. Like that. That's getting better. Keep that going. And try to lengthen the canter a little bit on the next long side. And now again back to a trot on a big circle there. That brought him a little more active. That going, a little bigger swing in it yet. And go ahead and change the rein on the diagonal. And then go ahead and canter in this direction. We're going to do the same thing this way. And same thing up off his back and just letting him roll along underneath you. Opening it up a little bit down this long side if you can. Take the next diagonal, do a simple change through the trot, just bringing him back to trot and right back into the canter on the other lead. And canter to the left and go large. Open it up a little down this long side. Good. Take the next diagonal and change to the trot at X. And canter on the right lead again. Ah, very nice. And lengthen the canter down the next long side. And the same thing changing to the trot across the next diagonal. And again, canter. Lengthen again on the next long side. And again, taking the diagonal. And this time when you make the downwards transition, just come back to the trot. Good. Now see what kind of stretch we can get out of him now. Trot is much more active. Good. There we go. Much more free. Keep that going. Big active trot again. Yeah. Yeah. And just softening them a little bit with your fingers, working for the stretch, but with never trying to force it. Keep working that. One more circle. Better. Good. Keep working that. Active. Good. Yeah, it's coming better. Good. Keep going. Go large again. And once again, cantering in the middle of the short side. And lengthening a little on the long side. Go large. And again, bringing him back to a trot as you cross the next diagonal. Now take the circle again, work him into the stretch again, see if it's there. Keep going, a little more active. And again, keep working for the stretch. Better. Keep working that. One more circle. Getting better.
Good.
There we go. Good. Now we're starting to get that a little more. Good. Keep that going. Yep. Keep working that. Again. Yep. Yes, sir. And again, go ahead and go large. Canter in the middle of the short side. There you go. He's starting to get out ahead of you a little more now. And go ahead and canter in the middle of the short side again. Good. Go large. Take him across the next diagonal. This time try to do a flying change. So take him all the way to the wall and then ask him for a flying change to the right. But you got to take the diagonal though. Sorry. Come across the next diagonal. So coming across the next diagonal, take him all the way across the diagonal. And then just before the long side, just turn him to the right and ask for a flying change to the right. See if he'll change through for you. Give him a little tap with the whip. And ask him for a change right there. Give him a little tap with the whip and see if he'll change for. And let him trot and change. Go ahead and let him trot and change on the circle there. It's okay. Now canter to the right on the circle.
Enter.
Good. Go large again. And again, opening up a little bit down this long side. And again, now you're going to change on the next diagonal. Same thing. We're going to ask him for a flying change when we get to the rail on the other side. So you're going to ask him to bend to the left. Little left, right leg goes back. And ask for the change right here. Give him a little tap with your whip and go ahead and do it. Good. That's better. Just kind of skip through it, but that's all right. Go large. Good. Now bring him back to a trot again. All right. Let's keep that going. Now see if we get the stretch now. Keep going. Stay on that circle now for a moment. Work the stretch on the circle. Yeah, that's getting better. Keep. Nothing wants to stall on you there. Keep it going. Yeah, keep that going. And again, asking for the stretch on the circle. There you go, starting to get it better now. Remember to really stretch yourself up and back when you're trying to get him to stretch. But don't come forward because that interrupts his stride. Keep yourself really back there. Keep that going, a little more active. Good, keep working that on your circle, a little more active again. Tap. Getting better. Good, now we're getting there, much better. And go ahead and canter him again in the middle of the short side. Good, lengthen down the next long side a little bit. Take the next diagonal and just ask him back to a trotted X. Good, and work the stretch again on the circle. Good, now we're getting there. Keep that, good, on your circle. Good activity. A little more active again. Keep that going, keep that going, good, getting there. There we go, now we're getting there, keep it going. Keep that going on your circle, almost there, working him into the stretch a little deeper. There, good, 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 good. Stretch up, really good. Keep softening him as he goes down. Keep yourself stretched up. Soften him. When I say soften, I'm talking about just giving and taking, keeping that contact with your hands, but never trying to force it. There we go. That's getting better. Keep that going. Yep. Keep going. There we go. Good. Keep that going. Almost there. Keep it going. Go large again. This time, turn out to the center line and do a leg yield to the left. Good. Good there. And now onto a circle right there again. Again, really stretch up and let him stretch out in front of you. Keep that going. Good. Now we're almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. A little more. Tap. Keep going. Better. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. And now just let him come back to a walk for a moment. Let's just do a little bit of a reset in the walk and give him a moment to breathe. Let him stretch out in front of you there a little bit.
So close, but just not quite.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Said he's so close, but just not quite.
Yeah, not quite there yet. I'll tell you what I'm going to have you do. Actually, I want you to just stop right there, and I want you to put him back on the lunge line, and I want to finish, because I don't want to wear at his back doing this. But he's been so good. I just want to put him back on the lunge and let him stretch for a minute. Just stretch him all the way down. Just so we end with that. But everything else has been really great. And it's not like he's totally upside down or anything. I just want a little more stretch. He's not totally disconnected.
In his,
he feels
was
really quite
more
strong.
forward too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't want to sort of do more. I was really happy with what he did. I just want to finish with a little deeper stretch with him. In fact, if you want, you can just take the saddle off of him and just let him have the saddle off his back, and we'll just stretch him out without anything on him for a moment.
There you go.
Have you been back up on him at all, Ron, since I last saw you last?
No, because I've been working so much. I'm hoping to get on him this weekend. It's been about, I think, 2 weeks since I've been on him, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
My back's feeling good, and pretty much,
Good.
I think, back to normal, so I can't wait.
Oh, was the saddle? I think sorry, the thing was on the saddle because I can't see. I'm looking at the saddle now.
Oh,
So you probably just give that to her. It's fine out there, so it doesn't have to be on him.
buddy.
So I can see what she's doing out there. There you go.
Just put on this.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Walk.
You can go ahead and let him trot. That's what I'm interested in doing. And just push his hindquarters away. I'm just looking for a stretch in the trot to finish. All I need here. And just push his hindquarters out away from you a little bit. Good. Looking better. Keep working that. Get a little deeper stretch still.
Easy, bud. Oh,
Yeah, keep that going.
good.
There we go. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for.
Good.
He's starting to come up in front a little bit. His withers are looking a little higher. That's more like it. Good. Just keep that going. That's all I'm looking for. I just wanted to stretch that neck out in front of him a little more. Just bring him a little closer to you and just yield his hindquarters a little bit more. Just get a little more push. Yeah, that's getting better. Good there. Yeah, yield those hindquarters. He wants to keep going.
Trot.
Keep going. Now let him come back to a walk.
And walk.
That for a moment. Okay. Go ahead and stop and put your reins back on. We'll just finish this in working hand.
Oh.
That's better there. There we go. And just put your reins back on. Just going to do a couple of moments of work in hand just to get him to really stretch to the ground. And then he will be done. But as I say, it's not like he was totally disconnecting or something. And once again, looking at him from here, it's really nice. He's starting to come up in front a little bit. He looks more uphill.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
And just stretching him in the walk. That's all I need to see. There we go. I like that. Just making him a little more active. That's better. I just activate that walk a little more. Use a couple of taps with your whip there and just really get him to activate for one moment. We're almost done here. There we go. Like that. Just keep softening, get a little more active, a little deeper into it. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Like that. Like that. And go on your circle. Stay on the circle. Stay on the circle there. Good. Good. Like that. That's all I'm looking for. I like that. Keep that going around your circle once there, all the way down. Soften him a little bit more with your rein, so keep it slack out. So he's really stretching into the contact. Just a little bit more, almost there, a little more active. All the way down. I like that. Good job right there. Good job. Much better. Much better. Keep it going. All the way down there. Good. Keep softening a little bit, a little deeper. Yeah, there we go. Like that. That's what I'm looking for. There you go. The walk opens up. That's the one I'm looking for right there. Keep it. Yeah. One more time. A little more active. Take it a little bit deeper again. Yeah. Keep that. There we go. Good, 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 good. Much better. There we go. He's starting to swing better. There we go. Right there. Right there. All right. You can stop right there and pat him on the neck. What a good boy. Always important that we finish with that. Now, the next time you work him, and of course, we didn't do all the lunging with him stretching and that sort of thing that we normally do. So, but as I said, he was never disengaging and becoming totally hollow on you or anything like that. Like hind legs used to fall out behind him all the time. So really, it's really nice to see him with the saddle off and see how much his withers has come up. He used to look kind of, flat on top, so the withers have come up quite a bit compared to what they first were. But really super. Any questions about that today? I say tomorrow I would start him off with the lunging with the side reins long and just really get him stretching and active for that. Yeah. We did all this today. But that was, I couldn't be happier with the way this horse was starting to progress. I mean, really, really love it. What a good jumper he's going to be,
His jumps were great. And I mean, even though he wasn't quite giving that like really deep stretch, he was on the edge of it. And he was a lot more forward, I think, than
exactly. And remember, by forward, which is a term people often confuse, forward never means, people will often say about a crazy horse, oh, he's so forward. That's not a forward horse at all. Right. Forward means that they engage forward underneath themselves and allow you to direct their energy. That's what forward means. It doesn't mean running around like a lunatic. Yeah. So, and with him, yes, he was much more forward. But I always want to clarify that because I hear people say that, oh, my horse is already forward. He's very forward. No, a horse that's crazy is not forward at all. It's just crazy. So anyway, great job, you guys, today. Wonderful horse. Look forward to seeing you. And once again, whenever Darcy wants to pick this up later in the weekend, it's fine with me. I've got some time on both days to do something.
So I got a couple questions.
Yep.
So I know that Hannah's been working a bunch with him, and I haven't had a chance to too, but should I concentrate more on some work in hand with him just to get that stretch back?
That's what I'm saying. When we go back tomorrow, the next time we start off with the working hand, really getting him stretched, and the low side reins and really getting him stretched and active. But as I said, he's never disengaging anymore. He's never just falling out behind, even when he's up a little. That's why I didn't worry about it too much, because he's staying pretty connected. He's just not stretched as well as he could. And we never want to lose that, but that's why I insisted you come back at the beginning and at the end, and just be sure you get that at the end each time. Next time, start off concentrating on that and then moving up. But this was to do just what what I was hoping it would was to get him interested doing something else. And he's so, I mean, the ones that are really bad about jumping would be falling through that jump every time, where he really has a sense of he doesn't want to touch him. And a lot of horses that are kind of like him, they kind of plow through everything, they're kind of unsensitive about that. But he really wants to get his legs up and jumps really nicely. So really, really super work there. All right, you guys, next week, same time.
Can you do Thursday next week?
I can't do Thursday next week.
You want to do Wednesday?
Wednesday?
So Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday we're looking at.
Wednesday. Okay, let me just right on.
I think that should be good for me. We've got, yeah.
Okay, so the usual time, 3 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, Pacific.
All right, you guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that. Great job, Hannah. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up. Can't wait to see you back on, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks.